start off with a few things. I want to talk about the album, The Last Goodbye, right? First things first, I want to know why the dead bird.
Okay. Well, I actually photographed that dead bird while waiting for my daughter in Taekwondo classes out in the parking lot, just pancake to the asphalt.
Yeah, a little bit. I'm staring at it right now. I'm not going to show you my computer, but I just feel so
I pretty much just took a picture of it, and I really thought, hey, one day, I said, that looks like a really good album cover.
Right.
One day that might be. I'm going to keep it, and I just kept it around.
And you know what, that works. That works for me. And now, is that going to be just the album cover, or is this going to be like a new logo type deal?
I don't know. For now, it's just the album cover.
Okay.
Unless something else comes up.
I want to know, why sock puppets?
That is all Rob.
All right. Well, obviously, okay. Sock puppets. You guys put together a video during quarantine. Am I right? Hold on. I got it here for Break Me. Right? It was for Break Me.
Disappoint you.
Oh, did I get it wrong?
Disappoint you.
Disappoint you. Darn it! It was for Disappoint You. Oh, hold on. Watch this. This is called editing right here. It's let me remember. It's for Disappoint You, right?
Yeah. Good job. Good memory.
I'm gonna keep it like that. That's great. Okay, so why the sock puppets? I understand quarantine, but was there a little bit more? Or was it just, let's figure out a way how to put out a decent and fun video with our music? What's the deal?
So Rob actually surprised us with that music video. We didn't even know it was happening. At first, we thought it was him doing the sock puppets, and then we found out that he actually hired somebody who does this. You know, like that thing where you hire someone for $5 to do something, where they like draw or do whatever. This person, I guess, charges $5 to make a music video or videos with sock puppets, and he did it, and it came out pretty cool.
First off, where do I get in on that? Because that's a great way to make money. First off, it's an amazing video. I loved it. I giggled the whole entire time. I was like, great, sock puppets doing the thing. Now you did 2 videos though during quarantine. Why are we screaming into mirrors?
So I was trying to so the song Break Me is actually about the first time that I was with my boyfriend. And,
oh my God.
Basically I was trying to depict myself kind of in the moment, putting makeup on because I'm about to meet up with him later or something like that. Right. So I'm just getting all riled up and angry.
That's it. That's amazing. I love that. So wait. So
that was my whole point.
So this was the before the interaction. Let's call it interaction because it's PG-13. It's gonna be on the radio.
She's getting ready to get some. That's pretty much it.
That's pretty much where. Yep.
You know, if y'all were a male-fronted band, I think it would read a little bit different. I don't think you would have quite enough time to do a whole song while getting ready to get some. You know what I mean? It would be like deodorant.
If it was a guy, just be like, put on a shirt,
exactly.
Come out.
It would be
it
power
took me
chord
like 5
and
different takes to do that, and I had to clean my face each time. It was not easy.
I was wondering. I was like, she either did that in 1 take or 1,000 takes because, like, you're actually applying the makeup. I'm here for it.
Yeah. It was not. It was very nerve-wracking because you had to like make it on time at a certain time. And like if I did not get my eyeliner right at one point, it was like shit. I got to start all over again.
Okay, we went over the dead bird. So I'm looking at your Instagram and everything. So is there are you guys fan of the X-Men or what's the idea here?
Are you talking about the superhero photo that AG hates so much?
Oh, who hates it?
That was actually supposed to be our cover photo, and I was a brat, and I was like, veto.
I rather like it, to be honest with you. It's kind of epic. It's powerful.
Everyone likes it, except you.
Well, it's always more interesting to know why someone doesn't like it. So why don't you like it? What would you have preferred?
Me? I don't know. I just didn't think that it looked. I thought it just looked like a photo that someone would make in their like basement type photo, but that's just my opinion on it. And I was like, no, I don't like this photo.
That's fair enough. Everyone's from the DMV, right? Just out of curiosity. Curiosity. I went to college, for talking.
Yes.
Everyone's from the DC region. How was the Jam in Java? It was last week, right?
Yeah, the outside show was awesome. A lot of
It was
people.
hot.
It was hot, definitely hot. But we had a really great time just doing 2 sets.
It was nice to perform and
Yeah.
all that stuff after months of being stagnant.
Sure. Did you? Is there anything that you were expecting that didn't happen, that you weren't expecting that happened, or anything to that effect?
The turnout.
The turnout? Oh, really?
Yeah.
Was it popping?
Oh,
I
it
don't
was,
think
yeah.
so.
Yeah.
And how
Oh, yeah.
are y'all expecting to do more of these outside shows? Are you trying to put something together on your own, or more so talking to folks like at the Java and things like that? Do you guys have any plans moving forward to get to put out on live shows?
I was hoping that, so one of the places that we practice a lot and do a lot of our recordings is at Dave's home, which is a studio, and we figured it would be kind of cool to have like an outdoor concert type thing, same thing like Jam and Java had, but like at the studio. I thought that was pretty cool.
Okay.
So hopefully maybe we can organize something, September, late August or something.
September, late August-ish. Okay, so just since this is the plug part of the show, where can we find you? So we know where when those shows are going to happen.
Oh my gosh.
What?
I don't know why I didn't know what you would Instagram.
Oh, I'm sorry. I may have phrased that weird. Where can we find you on the social medias?
Okay. So yeah, like pretty much most of them, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. We're mostly active on Facebook and Instagram.
And it's just as Wandering Lies at Wandering Lies on all of them?
Wandering Lies Official for Instagram,
Wandering Lies
and just Wandering Lies on Facebook.
All right, that's the deal. And now as far as the album, because I'm digging it, first and foremost, Smoke and Mirrors is probably my favorite. However, I do want to know who Elizabeth is.
Who is Elizabeth?
Who is Elizabeth?
Elizabeth is actually a really good friend of mine.
Okay.
She was going through a lot of things during the time that we were writing it, and I figured it was a kind of a cool story to tell, so.
And just for those who haven't heard the song yet, what story is that?
So Elizabeth, is based off of a woman who's basically just going through one of those times where she basically just feels alone. She's kind of at the rock bottom of her life, and at this point she's reaching out for help, and I'm offering that help, and I'm trying to make her realize that she's not the only one who's gone through this before, hence the line, we've all been there before. I've been pushed out of the door, got my heart ripped out and torn, feel better, because we've all been there and we've all gone through it, and we're all stronger people because of it, and you will be that person too. And so, yeah.
I'm here for that. I'm here for it. I love it. Big fan. I want to ask you, Angie, you guys were featured on WERA. What was that like? 96.7?
No. I'm quiet about it because I missed it.
Oh no.
Because I live in Philadelphia.
Oh, okay. Well,
So when they told me about it, and I was really excited to, it's kind of cool to be on the radio,
right,
and all of that, but I was a little sad that I couldn't get to it,
Understandably so, but now, I guess you're all over the internet at this point. Not as many folks listen to the radio. Folks are going to start looking for music from different sources, so I suppose it's not the worst thing in the world, right?
Right.
That was the I guess the Women Who Rock kind of episode, I guess, of that show. We were all messaging each other about it, saying, "Hey, did anyone catch us? And we're all listening to it I guess, on our own devices at home. But from what I heard, it was, it sounded great, and they said a lot of good things about it. And, yeah.
Well, there you go. I'm a big fan of that. So I want to ask everyone's favorite song on the album and why. Let's start with. Oh yeah, let's start with Angie. Let's go from the bottom up. Are you guys ordered the same way I am? It's like you got us three up, four up top, and then Angie at the bottom.
I don't know.
No, mine looks like a Tetris.
Rob, Manuel.
Okay, let's go in my order. Let's go with Angie, and I'll make my way up.
Okay. I really like Smoke and Mirrors. I think that's definitely one of my favorite. I know when you said it, I was like, yeah.
It rocks.
That is definitely up there in one of my favorite. I guess one of the reasons is I wrote it during I wrote the lyrics to it during a real serious turn point in my life, where lots of things changed, and it's actually a song about my ex-boyfriend, and my boyfriend / fiance actually had a little bit of input in the song.
Oh, really?
So it's kind of like a little secret fuck you moment to it.
Really?
So,
where? How?
That. Well, he's the one who helped me with write some of the lyrics, and I was like, you know what I mean? So you kind of get that. I know that at the back of my head. So it's like, yeah.
Right. So when you say, you're just like, yeah, fuck you, got it.
Yeah, pretty much. And that being the case, every time I perform it, I get real into it, and I also really like the part where I'm kind of getting, that moment. It was like, ladies and gentlemen, we have gathered you here today. Like, that's one of my favorite parts, just because it's kind of like the last moment of, getting out of this toxic ass relationship. And it was a big turn point in my life that changed me forever and made me so much more of a better person.
Absolutely. And you know what, Jason, since you just jumped in here, favorite song on the new album and why? And also cheers.
Oh boy. Cheers, mate. Last Goodbye.
Why?
It's I think that one is for all of us, because we went through so much crap last year, and 2020 is 2020 is like, hold my beer, man. It's bad, man. I don't know if you know the story, man, but every one of us lost a close friend or family member that entire year.
In 2019?
And it just
In 2019?
Yeah. And it was rough for all of us. And, sometimes your music reflects what you're going through in your life. And I think this song is an amalgamation of all of our feelings and emotions all wrapped up into one.
So safe to say that Last Goodbye is probably up there for everyone, yeah?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead over to Nolly.
Yeah, I'd say Last Goodbye is my song, because like Jason said, personally, I'll go ahead and say it. I lost my father and unborn son. He didn't make it. And then this past May, unexpectedly lost my eldest brother. So a little shaky in my voice, a lot of emotions. But if it wasn't for the band and if it wasn't for the song, I was going to hang up my guitar.
Well, we got to be glad
We're
that
glad you did it. We're glad you're here with us.
everyone is here for you. I love that. I'm glad you didn't put down the guitar, because there's some kicking tunes on this, I got to say. I will lighten the mood momentarily, but I do want to go through everybody and see what everyone's favorite song is. Mike?
Before we wrote The Last Goodbye, my favorite song was the TV, simply because it's got a good vibe, got a good kind of just uplifting feel to it. And then that was on our roster for a long time, and we finally got to record it. But then I wrote The Last Goodbye sitting in my basement waiting for laundry. The song was actually called Snow Demo because it was snowing outside, and it's just a little riff that I wrote, and then I added some piano to it later on in 2019, like Noli said and like Jason said. We all lost someone. Just like Noli, last year in May, I lost my father. And, you know, shortly thereafter, Noli lost his dad and his son. And then, you know, Jason's family had a loss as well. And we all it was just so rough in 2019 that, you know, we pretty much just halted all practice, you know, for good, I don't know, 6 months, was it? Just, you know, we didn't feel like doing anything. And then when we finally scraped ourselves up, that song was still waiting for us. And I just, you know, I pretty much just dove into just finishing the song, writing the parts, writing up lyrics that I gave to Angie. She massaged it and edited it to what it is now. It sounds great. And the last goodbye, you know, was such a cathartic experience for us all. I guess that's why it means so much to, you know, to all of us. And, you know, it's the last goodbye. It's the last song on the album, and it's the name of the album. You know,
I gotta ask, since it's such a touching song for all of you, obviously, what's it like playing that song live? Because you know, you know, if you get into your emotions, I know sometimes we can play a little bit better. You know, if there's something a little more aggressive, but if you're sad and you get reminded of things, I'd be curious to know how you guys feel as you're playing this song, or is it one of those let's just play it and, you know, let me think about something else while I play the song type deal?
It was funny because when we were doing the album, when we were finishing up the album, the last goodbye was one of the last songs that we had to record, and we threw everything into just massaging that song, making sure it was perfect. And then the first time we actually played that song live was at the Outside Jam and Java show. I don't know about, you know, everyone else, but oh Jesus, I was just like, I had to turn around. Because at the end of that song, you know, it's just so explosive, and I was just kind of trying to hold it together. But it felt good to play that song. And after that, I was just like, okay, I can actually do this live. So
absolutely.
I was really nervous, being that's the first time we played it, and you know, this song I know for a fact is so important to these guys, and it's important to me too, but these guys, you know, handled a big loss. And, you know, in my head, first of all, I'm known to always forget my lyrics. And in my head, shocker. But in my head, I'm like, don't fuck this up. This is the song not to mess up. And, you know, I'm singing and saying, I did mess it up. I said one of the lyrics wrong, and you know, it wasn't horrible. It wasn't horrible, but like in my head, I'm like, oh my God, I just ruined this for these guys. Like, this is like the most important song, and blah 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 blah. And you know, and it was also there's also a part in that song that, you know, Mike wrote the lyrics, but I helped kind of change it up a little bit, and I put a little bit of my flavor in there. I lost one of my childhood best friends last year, so there's a small part in that song that I kind of made to remind me of her, and that there was that one part where, like, as you said, like my voice choked a little bit, and that's with singing that part and also trying not to forget any of the lyrics and mess up the song. I messed up that line. And I was like, great. You know, so, but I'm hoping I didn't disappoint.
No,
we didn't even notice.
Good.
Well, there you go. And we won't forget about you, Rob.
I'm not important here. I'm just watching.
He's making sure I don't say anything bad. Like me.
My favorite song for the album? It's like trying to choose like my favorite band member, you know?
Choose your
I
favorite
love them
band
all.
member now.
It's none of them. I hate them all.
I get it. I do.
It's I love all the songs differently for a different reason. It's like every single person in the band brings something different to the band themselves. Separately, by themselves, they might not be the best musician, but together they bring something special. It's kind of like this, like the album. Every song in the album is a little bit different than the one before it or the one after it. But you put them all together, it just kind of describes who the band is. So my favorite song for the radio will probably be Break Me. My favorite song when I'm angry might be Smoke and Mirrors. My favorite song when I'm feeling kind of goofy might be Disappoint You. So it's a little bit different. I love them all.
All right, I could definitely get behind that. Now, I just want to wrap things up with a game I used to play back in my college radio days, and I want to see if it works through Zoom because of the reaction time. So the general gist of it is just, this versus that, and don't think about it, just pick one, right? So Coke versus Pepsi. You know what I mean?
Coke.
So there you go. Let's get started. Coke versus Pepsi. Go.
Diet Coke.
Diet Coke. No, you're fired. You're out of the band. No mas. Earbuds or over-the-head headphones?
Over the head.
Earbuds.
Earbuds.
Bat or Superman?
Batman.
Batman.
Mask or no mask?
No mask.
Mask.
What? All right, well, that one will divide the audience a little bit. I like that. Okay, let's keep it real. Black Lives Matter or Blue Lives Matter? No, don't answer that. Or do. What? Yeah! Woo!
Black Lives Matter.
Can just real quick.
You know it.
All right. PS4 or Xbox?
Xbox.
Xbox.
What? PS4? Come on, guys. Introvert or extrovert?
Introvert.
Intro.
Introverted extrovert.
Aha, I like that. And that's all I've got written down. Guys, you're wonderful. Wandering
Wait,
Lies.
in my defense,
Yes.
when you said mask, I thought we were thinking like superhero masks.
Oh! All right.
Nice pedal back. Nice
Okay,
pedal back.
okay, I get it. Listen, COVID is spread by 5G, and you can't tell me otherwise. The Earth is also flat, and aliens do exist. Welcome to the Joe Rogan podcast. All right, Wandering Lies, you guys have been absolutely wonderful. I'm going to follow you on absolutely everything at wanderingliesofficial.com. No, that's wrong. Wandering Lies Official on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, and of course, wanderinglies.com. You're mostly on Bandcamp, if I'm not mistaken. I'm going to pick up that album, The Last
iTunes
Goodbye.
and Spotify.
On everything, iTunes, Spotify, Bandcamp,
And TikTok.
and TikTok. Well, the Chinese government is spying on us. So I don't know if that'll be acceptable. But I'll go ahead and follow you on there too. Thanks a lot, guys.
Bye.
Thanks.
Very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you, guys.